the Serb tribe differed from other Slavs. Avars, who were defeated by the Serbs at the time of their arrival to Illyricum, were the leading military power of their time, waging successful wars not only against Byzantium, but also against Franks and Langobards. Taking into account that Serbs were successful in wars against Avars, and that they stopped their intrusions south of the Danube, towards the remains of the Byzantine holdings in Europe, it seems that the basis of the Serb army was cavalry, and then in its style of fighting, it was more like the one of Germans, with spears and swords, than Avars or Eastern peoples, who used bows and arrows. We could also assume that at the time, there was a permanent entourage of several hundred cavaliers around the Serb ruler, and that they were the main force of the tribal army. It is known that at the beginning of the 9th century, Borna, the Duke of Dalmatian Croatia, had 300 praetorians around him. The strong military organization was the key of Serb successes in the battles against Avars. At the time of the Serb arrival, all the large cities in the interior of the Balkan Peninsula, Singidunum, Viminacium, Naissus, Ulpiana and Skupi, have been abandoned. Hundreds of small forts, mostly erected during the rule of Justinian, were also empty. Archaeological data indicate that most of them were abandoned without any struggle. The city life was entirely interrupted, and any significant economic activity, such as mining, crafts, or trade, was dead. The church organization, established in the mid-6th century under the newly founded Justiniana Prima, ceased to exist around 614. The last news about Justiniana Prima is from 602. Still ongoing archaeological excavations do not point at raids or fights. It seems that cities simply ceased to exist, following the complete breakdown of Byzantine rule in the entire Illyricum. Justiniana Prima, today Tsarichin Grad near Lebane, extinguished slowly. It has been established that inhabitants of the nearby settlements sought refuge there, that they adapted buildings and extended their existence, but not as a magnificent urban center, but as a shabby village settlement. Dozens of churches excavated in the territory of today's Serbia and Bosnia indicate that they ceased to function at the beginning of the 7th century. Some were used as living quarters by Slavs, and some as burial places, which preserved their ritual function. It seems that Serbs in the interior of the Balkan Peninsula reached an area where civilization was completely destroyed. However, ancient populations did remain in urban and remote areas. The names of the rivers witnessed the continuity of settlement. Lim, Ibar, Tara, Drina, Savan, Danube. These are all names of pre-Slavic origin. Slavicized names of cities or areas also witnessed the presence of ancient populations and their contact with Slavs. Naissus, Niš. Sirmium, Srem. Ulpijana, Lipljan. Arsa, Raška. The life in Illyricum and Dalmatia continued in dramatically changed circumstances. The governing structures of the empire vanished, to be replaced by the Serb rudimentary state organization. The circumstances changed. A new society was being formed, founded on a new basis. The process of amalgamation of ancient populations and Serbs will be a gradual and extended one, uneven and intermittent. In the final instance, it will lead to the blending of Serbs, Slavs and Romanes.